Welcome to the Uncut Film on TCM. The Outlaw Josey Wales is Clint Eastwood's fifth film as a director. Released in 1976, it heralded Eastwood's coming of age as a director after an uneven run of movies ranging from the sublime High Plains Drifter to the appallingly silly Eiger Sanction. The Outlaw Josey Wales was co-written by Philip Kaufman, then fresh off the Great Minnesota Bank Raid. Kaufman was also originally hired to direct Josey, but Eastwood became frustrated by what he perceived as dithering on Kaufman's part and had him unceremoniously removed from the picture. It's an unusual, picaresque western, set during the American Civil War, a war that Eastwood's Josey Wales has to a large extent managed to avoid. All he wants from life is to be with his wife and child, farming the small piece of land that he owns. This simple wish is destroyed when Union soldiers needlessly murder his family and leave him for dead, precipitating Josey's decision to sharpen his shooting skills and join up with the Confederate forces, not through any political or idealistic motivation, but merely as a means of exacting revenge.
They're with the Union. We're going up there and set things right.
I'll be coming with you.
In time, the war draws to a close. The Confederate army has been defeated. Wales's brothers in arms hand in their weapons and reluctantly join up with the Union, the alternative being to be hunted down and killed. Wales refuses, thereby avoiding the shocking and unexpected massacre that follows, as his friends are killed before his very eyes. Eastwood is now an outlaw, forced on the run, a posse of men on his tail.
He'll have to run for it now, and hell is where he's headed.
He'll be waiting there for us, Senator.
What could now quite easily have turned into a predictable chase revenge tale is given a completely different slant by Kaufman's ingenious reversal of the Avenger pursued by his quarry. While on the road, Josey accumulates around him a motley group of eccentrics, and these supporting characters gradually, and almost imperceptibly, restore his faith in the human race. Whether it's the selfless generosity of an old woman,
"You can pay me when you see me again, Josey Wales,"
or the company and friendship of the companions he picks up on the way. These secondary characters give the movie its context. For example, Sam Bottom's Jamie, a young soldier Wales saves, and is saved by, best brings home the Civil War element.
If and I don't make it, Josey, I want you to know I'm prouder than a game rooster to rid with ye.
The two Indian characters, Geraldine Keams as Little Moonlight and the peerless Chief Dan George as Lone Watty, a civilised Indian,
They call us civilized because we're easy to sneak up on.
allow the viewer an interesting and essential insight into the way that the white man treated the Native Americans when he swept across the country, claiming all that was best for his own and forcing them onto inferior land. The girl is maltreated by the white man's so-called civilization, while the old man is just confused and world-weary, having been around long enough to have witnessed the big changes that occurred in the lives of the Indians.
They took away our land and sent us here. I have a fine woman and 2 sons, but they all died on the Trail of Tears.
This strikes an obvious chord with a man who's seen his family and his comrades callously butchered by these very same men.
Seems like we can't trust the white man.
You bet we can't.
They also provide the movie with some of its lighter moments, as Wales, a man of few words who likes his peace and quiet, struggles to cope with Lone Watty's many trips down memory lane.
We declared war on the Union.
And the girl's incessant chatter in a tongue he doesn't understand.
Oh, man, can't you get her to shut up?
Comedy is also provided by Wales' tendency to spit tobacco at any opportunity.
You're a young friend who needs some help. This is it. $1 a bottle. It works wonders on wounds.
Works wonders on just about everything, huh?
It can do most anything.
Comes with stains.
Over time, Wales picks up an almost mythical reputation as a solitary figure, handy with a gun and not afraid to use it. Despite this, it's noticeable that Josey is forever protecting and defending women, children and the weak, from Little Moonlight to some pilgrims who he single-handedly rescues from a gang of Comancheros. It's this latter group that the audience hopes can become his new family and enable him to settle down, especially after he falls for Sondra Locke's Laura Lee. Unfortunately, before he can hope to do this and bring closure to one part of his life, He has the small matter of the unfinished business with the Union soldiers. They're never far away, relentlessly pursuing him across the beautiful American heartland, until finally he has to have a showdown. The only difference being that this time he's not on his own. He's earned the respect and love of another group of people. People are willing to risk their lives for him.
You're all alone now, Wales.
Not quite alone.
The Outlaw Josey Wales is obviously a must-see for Western fans, but it's also a must-see for many other reasons. The cinematography from Bruce Surtees resembles an Anthony Mann Western in its striking portrayal of the American landscape. But it's testament to Eastwood's abilities as an actor that he can remain laconic and understated, yet still hold the audience's attention. As a director, he ensures the movie glides along effortlessly. The gun battles, chases and barbarity punctuated by moments of genuine tenderness and upbeat sentiment. So here it is, The Outlaw Josey Wales, a stone-cold masterpiece.